Persuasion, it sounds kind of like this magical, abstract art, right? But what if I told you it's not? It's a skill, and like any skill, it's all about having the right tools. So in the next few minutes, we're going to build that toolkit together, piece by piece, so you can start using these ideas like right away.
Okay, let's be real for a second. Have you ever been in an argument where you know you're right, you've got all the facts, but the other person just won't budge? It's maddening, right? Well, what if the issue wasn't your idea at all? What if it was just how you were presenting it? That's exactly what we're going to dig into.
So, here's the plan. We're going to cover what persuasion actually is, how to get your audience motivated, the essential tools you've got to have, ethos and logos, then the blueprint for putting it all together, and we'll wrap up with the secret sauce, adapting your strategy for whoever you're talking to. All right, let's dive right in. Section 1. What is persuasion? Before you do anything else, you've got to know your goal.
Okay, so what are we really talking about here? Persuasion is the process of trying to change or, and this is super important, reinforce someone's attitudes, beliefs, values, or even their behaviors. See, that word reinforce is a total game changer. We always think persuasion is about flipping a no into a yes. But you know what? Sometimes the most powerful thing you can do is turn a yeah, maybe into an absolutely yes.
And this slide really shows you those two sides of the coin perfectly. On the one hand, you've got change. That's like getting your friends to donate blood for the very first time. You're creating a new action. But then there's reinforce. This is about locking in a good habit, right? It's reminding someone why they're already committed to, say, always driving safely. Both are super powerful forms of persuasion.
Now, to be really good at this, you gotta know what you're aiming for. And honestly, it's kind of like a video game. The easiest level, that's attitudes. These are just people's likes and dislikes. I like this, I don't like that. Pretty easy to nudge. Then you level up to beliefs. This is what someone holds to be true or false. A little tougher. And then you get to the final boss, values. These are the deep-seated ideas about right and wrong. And let me tell you, trying to change a core value head-on is a recipe for disaster. It almost never works. So, the smart play? You start with the attitudes and beliefs. You work your way up.
Okay, so we know our goal, but how do we get people to actually, listen? That's where we get into the psychology of it all. We need to find the right triggers to get them hooked.
Okay, first up is a really powerful one called cognitive dissonance. It sounds complicated, but it's not. It's that itchy, uncomfortable feeling you get when you say you believe one thing, but you do another. It's mental static. So your job as a persuader is to point out that little mismatch. Like, hey, you're all about saving money, right? But you're totally overpaying for your phone plan. And boom, once you've created that tension, you offer your idea as the easy way to fix it. Next, we have the fear appeal. Now this can be tricky. If you just scare people, they'll shut down. Doesn't work. The secret formula is this. You have to present a real, credible threat. But, and this is the critical part, you immediately give them a simple, doable solution. So you say, texting while driving is incredibly dangerous. There's the threat. Then right away, so just enable the do not disturb feature before you go. See? Threat, then solution. It gives them back a sense of control.
And then, of course, there's the good old positive appeal. This is the most straightforward one of all. It's not about dodging a bad thing. It's about getting a good thing. It answers that one question everyone has in the back of their mind. So, what's in it for me? And the more specific and real you can make that benefit, like, hey, you'll actually sleep better and be more focused, the more powerful your message becomes.
All right, so we've got our motivational triggers. Now let's talk about the absolute core tools in your toolkit. These are the two pillars that every single persuasive argument has to stand on: your credibility, or ethos, and your proof, or logos. Think about it. Before anyone cares about what you're saying, they're judging you. That's your ethos, your credibility. And it breaks down into three key parts. First, competence. Do you know your stuff? The easiest way to prove it? Cite your sources. Second, trustworthiness. Are you honest? A great way to show this is to actually acknowledge the other side's point of view. And third, dynamism. Are you awake? You got to show some passion and energy. People follow enthusiasm. Okay, now for your proof, or logos. This isn't just about dumping a bunch of facts on someone. No way. There's a formula, and it's simple. Proof equals evidence plus reasoning. Your evidence is the what, the data, the stats, but the reasoning, that's the magic. That's the so what. It's the connection. So saying car accidents are down 20%,
that's just evidence, it's a fact. But adding, because these new bike lanes give cyclists a safe space, now that's an argument, that's reasoning. Without it, facts are just facts.
Okay, so our toolkit is looking pretty full, right? We've got triggers, we've got ethos, we've got logos. But you can't just dump a pile of tools on the ground and expect a house to appear. You need a blueprint. You need to know how to put it all together in the right order.
And this right here, Monroe's motivated sequence, is one of the best blueprints ever made. It works because it follows how our brains naturally make decisions. Step 1, grab their attention. You need a hook. Step 2, show them the need. Prove that there's a real problem that needs solving. Step 3, satisfaction. This is where you bring in your idea as the perfect solution. Step 4, visualization. Paint a picture for them. Show them how much better things will be with your solution and maybe how bad they'll be without it. And finally, step 5, action. You give them one super clear, easy thing to do right now. It takes them on a complete journey from, I don't care, all the way to, okay, where do I sign up? And that brings us to our final section, which might just be the most important one of all. Because you can have the world's greatest argument, a perfect blueprint, everything. But if you don't adapt it to the specific people you're talking to, it's all for nothing. This is where you become a strategist. One size does not fit all. So if your audience is receptive, they already agree with you, don't bore them. Get straight to the point and tell them exactly what you want them to do. Now, if they're neutral, they don't really care yet, your job is to make them care. You have to hook them by showing how this thing affects them personally. But if the audience is unreceptive, you've got to be smart. You can't just charge in. Your goal isn't to convert them on the spot. Your goal is to find one little thing you both agree on. Start there. Build a tiny bridge of common ground, and then just ask for one tiny step in your direction.
So, when you put it all together, persuasion isn't just some clever trick, is it? It's about taking an idea that matters, something you truly believe in, and giving it the best possible chance to succeed. It's about building a case so strong and so clear that it can't be ignored. We've just handed you the tools. We've shown you the blueprint. So the only question left is, what are you going to build?